Welcome to the Urban Debate. You're watching Magicbricks Now, India's first property channel. I'm Faye D'Souza. Let's take a look at what's making headlines at this hour. The fight for motorable roads in Mumbai takes an ugly turn. Repair roads or will kidnap the Mumbai civic body officials, says MNS leader Sandip Deshpande. More trouble for Mumbai-based developer Kamala. Landmark buyers in its commercial project Unite Now allege cheating, breach of trust and delayed possession. Haryana becomes the first state to adopt the Uniform Building Code released by the centre earlier this year. It gives a big push for the ease of doing business, incentives for going green and special provisions for differently abled citizens. Well, there's no doubt about the fact that Mumbai's traffic nightmare continues to rage on, and in our focus on the urban debate of how the average regular Mumbaikar is frustrated, we focus today on what people are resorting to just to get decent roads outside their homes. People dreading to go to office every day because they know they're going to have to spend upwards of 4 hours in their cars. Mumbaikars are now looking to the government, who's responsible for the city of Mumbai. While elected representatives are busy passing the blame, they speak up for us and make things better. It took a fairly ugly turn this week when frustrated Raj Thackrey-led MNS Corporator Sandip Deshpande issued a direct threat to Mumbai's civic body, the BMC. In a letter to the Assistant Municipal Commissioner Ramakant Bidar, he said that he will kidnap BMC officials and release them only after every single pothole in Dadar is repaired. While Magicbricks Now strongly condemns threats, our question tonight is simply this: is this what we have come to? If we want the BMC to notice and to take action, is this what citizens have to do? What sort of an example is this from leaders and elected representatives to average citizens? On the urban debate, when will the government wake up? What is it going to take to get the BMC's attention? Joining me on the show today, Sandip Deshpande, the MNS Corporator G North Ward, who issued that threat. We're going to find out why. Avadhut Wagh, the state spokesperson of BJP for Maharashtra, Charan Singh Sapra Spokesperson of the Congress party, Singh Former IPS officer and a current lawyer, and Avkash Jadhav, Shiv Sena Corporator, who joins us as well. Nikhil Desai is a citizen and an activist who's been fighting against the BMC for its lackadaisical approach and, of course, its inefficiency, who will tell us what it's like when a citizen takes up the BMC. I want to start, of course, with Mr. Deshpande. Sandip Deshpande, I want to ask you simply this. I understand the frustration. We are all frustrated as citizens. Is this what it has come to? Issuing a blatant threat like this is simply illegal. Why would you do something like this?
See, let me tell you the situation in my ward. The last 20 days, or I should just tell you before pre-monsoon, I visited every pothole, all the stormwater drain where the waterlogging takes place. We made them to make it clear all the stormwater drains. We make them to fill all the potholes. We've done everything. Whatever the possible means are there to so that the people should not get in trouble at the time of monsoon. All the potholes which were filled before monsoon reopened again in the monsoon season, just after the 2 days of the rain. And it is becoming repeatedly, day after day. Today, if you fill the pothole, tomorrow it is going to get.
This is footage of Dadar that we are looking at right now. My cameras went out this morning and we took a look at it. You can see it on your screen.
If you see that road, that road, whatever the pothole is filled, it is going to get reopened. And the officials do not meet people. People all the way come to the corporator, ask them, what explanation should I give them? Daily.
But threatening kidnapping.
So there was no option. See, I'm not a professional kidnapper.
Well, you don't need to be, but this is illegal in my mind.
Yeah, I know
it's kidnapping is illegal. Is this what we have come to?
So is it legal that you fill the pothole every day and it should reopen every day? Is it a legal thing? They are not following the procedure. We are paying a handsome salary to all the officers. They are not doing work worth their salary, and the corporator is answering people who is not responsible for those things. What I'm supposed to do? What answer should I give to
How many
people
times
daily?
did you get in touch with the BMC
See,
before you
I'll
issued
tell
that
you.
threat? I'm
I
not
have raised
condoning
this
it.
issue.
Yeah,
I have
but I
raised this issue in the corporation. I have raised this issue in the standing committee. I have raised this issue in the Prabhak Samiti. I have given several letters to my ward officer, to the DMC, to the additional municipal commissioner, to the commissioner. What else is expected? And then also the work is not being done. The system
So what does this
don't
mean?
run.
There are two angles to this which I want to examine. One, of course, is the illegality of issuing that threat, which I will go to Mr. Singh about. The other one, and the thing that concerns me more, is if our elected representatives in this case, the corporators, are completely powerless to do anything. From what I'm gathering from your story is that you've gotten in touch with everybody in the BMC and got absolutely no results, then this entire system is broken. And I invite those of you at home to pick up the phone and call us. Our phone number is at the bottom of your screen. I want to understand this. First of all, YP Singh, this you're looking at, I've given you a copy of the letter. It's in front of you.
Yes.
Is it an illegal act?
Obviously, it's illegal because he's trying to take law in his own hands. He is basically a politician. He wants to create a sensation so that his career advances, but the interest of the society suffers. It is something very fundamental that should he be a part of the solution or he should be a part of the problem. He is becoming a part of the problem because by writing such intimidating letters, he will face a police case, he will face a certain preventive action, he may be placed under custody for certain things, and at that time there will be nobody available, or enough resources won't be available for the public to redress their grievances in the rightful manner. If I were to be the corporator, what I would have done was that to have got some sort of an inspection done by an expert of the repairs being done, get an inspection report, report it to the Anti-Corruption Bureau so that a case of corruption is registered against the BMC officers, and once one or two officers go behind bar under the Prevention of Corruption Act, things would improve quite substantially.
Sandip Deshpande, why didn't you use that option?
Yes, he's not. He wants to create a sensation. He's a politician. He wants to pursue his career. If he writes such letters, he'll have a bigger name, and if he has a bigger name, he has an aspiration of being a minister, MLA. This is what he's doing. What else he is doing?
Sandeep.
Ridiculous.
Now the result which I got, my ward officer came to my office. We inspected all the potholes. Today, Mr. Commissioner, Mr. Ajay Mehta visited my ward. He got the inspection of all the potholes, all the stormwater drains, and the work has started in my ward. I got photos and videos.
I'm going to interrupt you for a second.
And the work has started.
I'm going to interrupt you for a second because Ramakant Biradar is on the phone line right now. He is the Assistant Municipal Commissioner who received that threatening letter. Now, Sandip Deshpande, Mr. Biradar, thank you for joining us. Sandip Deshpande is in the studio with us. He tells us that the only way to get any work done from the BMC is to issue threatening letters like the one you received, the one that we're holding right now. And he's actually gone as far as saying that after he issued that letter, which is obviously illegal, the work began to happen. And that's the only way to get it done. What is your response to someone who believes that this is the only way to get the BMC to do any work?
Hello.
Mr. Biradar, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Boli.
Mr. Biradar, my question to you is, Sandip Deshpande is in the studio with us.
Yes.
And he says that the only way to get the BMC's attention to fix the roads was to issue the threatening letter that you received. He says that after the letter was issued, the BMC actually took action and fixed the potholes. What is your response to this allegation that you will only work if you're threatened?
No. It is not like that. Even though they tell us, otherwise we are also taking the round in the area. And if we find the potholes are there, then immediately we attend within the 24-hour or 48 hours. It depends upon the rainfall. If dry season is there, then immediately we attend the potholes.
So if you're fixing everything within 15 or 20 hours, what was the need for a threatening letter then?
No, it is not necessary. We are always working over here only, and we are in contact with all corporators.
You're in contact with all the corporators. So which means that this letter was completely uncalled for, Mr. Biradar?
No, regarding the letter, I cannot comment anything.
Why haven't you, if you're saying that the work is being done, why didn't you, when you received this letter, file a complaint with the police that you have been threatened?
That's true. That is the question Mr. Biradar has to answer. When he has received a threatening letter from anybody, whether he is a corporator or he is a human being, why you are shying away from discharging your duty as a government officer or as a municipal officer. You have got a right to go to the nearest police station and lodge a complaint against that. Are you afraid of Sandip Deshpande?
No, we are not afraid, but
You are afraid of.
No, Mr. Biradar, just answer the question. Why haven't you filed a complaint against Sandip Deshpande for issuing this letter?
Are you afraid of MNS? You are afraid of. Otherwise, as a daredevil officer like you should have gone. You are going now and again to police station to register many complaints.
All right.
Against
I want to answer.
Irregularities.
No. Okay,
Avadhut Wagh, you cannot force somebody to file an FIR.
there will be issue.
It is his wish.
Okay, I want to ask Mr.
Fine.
Biradar this.
Okay,
Mr. Biradar,
so it is his wish. I understand that. It is his wish whether to file
One
an
second,
FIR
one
or
second.
not.
Anybody can file. Criminal
it's-
law is an offence against the state. Even a common citizen or police suo moto can file a case against people like
Sandip Deshpande.
Mr. Deshpande.
okay, I want to simply
learned
understand
friend
this.
At the moment here.
I want to simply understand this from Mr. Biradar, who's still on the phone line. Ramakant Biradar, for those people who are watching right now at home, who are possibly feeling a sense of hopelessness because of the kind of traffic we're having on the roads, which we will put some footage up on your screen, the kind of traffic we're having on the roads, the kind of potholes that we're facing with the rains, what can they do? How can they get in touch with you? I don't want to use, this is not a good example. We don't want people to follow what Sandip Deshpande has done. Give us a route in which people can get in touch with the BMC and actually get some work done.
See, this traffic, whatever you are doing, it is not in the monsoon only. In the summer season also, we are finding the traffic. It is because of a lot of vehicles. And we are working since morning 8 to evening 8.
Okay.
And there is no any question of the threatening or something like this.
No.
It's our
So,
day-to-day work only.
so if we find problems, where can the citizens get in touch with you? What commitment will you give us that you will react to complaints that are coming in from citizens?
The municipal corporation has made available the complaint numbers. 1916 number is there. They can lodge the complaint on email also. By control room number also. And after receiving the complaint, and even though we don't receive the complaint, our engineers are taking inspection right from morning 8 o'clock to noon. And if they find any potholes are there, then we are attending it immediately.
All right. I want responses now from the rest of the panel. I'm going to start with Charan Singh Sapra. Charan Singh Sapra, you've heard the conversation so far. We have on the phone line an officer of the BMC who says that work's happening, we're working around the clock, we're doing our best, this is the best we can do. And we've heard responses then also from cooperators who've had to send out threatening letters to get their work done. Is this what we have come to? Charan Singh Sapra.
See, first of all, the way which Mr. Deshpande has selected is wrong. And I want to come to a moot issue that why this situation has come, where, the people have to suffer, where the BMC has to give control room numbers, or where each and every citizen of Mumbai is worried that morning they have to go and how they will go and how many hours they'll reach their office or in how many hours they'll reach back at home. Why this situation is come? Because there has been a large scale corruption, there has been a large scale scam into the road contracts. Each year BMC gives around 3,500 crores contracts for the road development of Mumbai. But where is this money going? Why are these potholes coming? If the quality is good, then there should be no potholes. If the quality control is there, then there should be no potholes.
Avkash Jadhav representing the Shiv Sena on this conversation.
The road scam. Now there are inquiries going on in the road scam. The people, the lower level officers have been arrested. Why not the higher level officers? Why not these corporators who are today threatening the officers themselves? There is a big scam which has to be unearthed. Who's going to do this? Since 20 years of this BJP Shiv Sena rule in Mumbai Municipal Corporation, the people of Mumbai have been suffering.
Road scam is on concrete roads. Nothing has happened to concrete roads.
Avkash Jadhav responds to the fact that Charan Singh Sapra accuses the entire BMC run by your party of corruption among the officers, among the corporators. Responds to that. Where is the money going?
Yeah, let me make two things very clear here, uninterrupted. Part one is this, that the way Sandip Deshpande had resorted to this kind of mechanism to, place his grievance, I think he could have used the same letter, okay, where he could have directed to the municipal commissioner for a site inspection. I am really shocked and surprised that Sandip Deshpande, being the group leader of MNS in the house, he leads a party where if one of his party members would have resorted to this kind of a thing, I would have agreed. But then he being a group leader, I don't know why he had to come down to this part. So that's one. I guess this will definitely set a wrong precedent if at all you intimidate, you threat, or you use this kind of a language that you will be kidnapped. I don't think so. This kind of a language or this kind of a mechanism possibly is a long-term mechanism. Moreover, we are governed and we are ruled by a particular act, and we have a lot of forums. For example, Sandip Deshpande knows very well that he can raise all these issues on the floor of the house. That's one. He can definitely raise point of order. That's part two. He is also a member of the standing committee where he repeatedly knows that which kind of contract comes up or which road is basically under repair or which road is under a new construction. So I guess he should have been alert right from day one, if at all his area is been suffering in the due course, rather than resorting to this kind of a mechanism today. I don't think so. He has set a good example. Second, now when you're saying Shiv Sena and BJP is accused of this various scams, let me make it very clear. We this year, in fact, were the first one rather to bring out this entire issue, and we wanted the entire audit of the entire road to be done. In fact, our mayor also wrote a letter.
But Mr. Jadhav, you have been running the BMC, your party has been running the BMC for the last 10 years.
No, but this is the last year. Since elections are approaching, you are talking like this.
There are two.
What about the earlier 19 years?
No,
have you pointed out any scam in the earlier 19 years? Why this time? Because the elections are coming.
Let me finish what I have started.
Okay, finish your point.
Mr. Singh, let me finish what I have started, and please, you do not give us lecture on the scams. You let Congress party not give us lectures on scams. Let Congress party, let's stick to the discussion what it is. Let Congress party not direct us what exactly is scam and the meaning of scam. You have defined it very well at the national level.
The pathetic situation of the city
you have made. Let's keep
let me come to the point. Let me reiterate the point very well.
Solid waste management.
Let me reiterate the point very well that Mumbai has a heavy traffic congestion. Let's come back. You, Mr. Singh, your party is rather in fact dwindling. Possibly, I'm sure by this next municipal election it will get wiped out completely. And this is the way possibly you want to get back. But let me come back to the point again, not divert from that. The point here is basically that we do agree that Mumbai basically...
Focus on the problem. Mr. Jadhav, Mr. Sapra, focus on the problem. I'm not interested in the politics of it.
Traffic is not... Let me again make it very clear. Traffic is not basically snailing only due to potholes. There are multiple reasons. Apart from that, also understand there's a classification of roads in Mumbai. All the roads in Mumbai do not come under the purview of BMC. For example, if you look at the highways, they do not come under the purview of BMC, for that matter. It comes under the purview of MSRDC. But again, to make my point very clear,
state government,
there is a very quick, efficient team which is basically on task.
Understand that.
And there is redressal mechanism also which is put in place.
Okay.
And this redressal mechanism is trying to minimize the kind of worry people have during this monsoon.
But Mr. Jadhav,
don't give lecture. You are ruling in the state as well as in the BMC as well as in the center.
We've been talking about traffic in the city now for 4 straight days.
If you're asking, Mr. Singh, if you're asking question, have patience to listen to the answer as well.
Mr. Jadhav,
by merely shouting, you cannot bog down certain things.
Mr.
By merely shouting, you cannot do that.
The response that we get is similar day after day.
Your answers are not reasonable.
We get a response that the MSRDC, the MMRDA, the PWD, the BMC, these are the four different groups that are in charge of roads in Mumbai. Then we have the best, we have the railways. Now, at least the 4 groups that are in charge of the city of Mumbai, all somehow or the other finally report to the Chief Minister. The Chief Minister is also, in this case, the Urban Development Minister of Maharashtra. He has kept that particular portfolio. As far as I'm concerned, the buck stops at the Chief Minister. I want the Chief Minister to take this more seriously, and I also want to hear citizens. Nikhil Desai is here as a citizen. Tell us what kind of responses you get when you contact the BMC. Have you ever felt desperate enough to write a threatening letter?
No. He is setting a very bad example, Sandip. The school children who will read these newspapers, they will feel that this is the way to get work from BMC. No. He should be arrested, in fact. But Biradar is so coward, he is not even filing a FIR. So what to say? And Ajoy Mehta, a commissioner, runs in his ward and to look at what are the potholes. No. In
so
fact,
you're saying
Ajay
that
Mehta
the reaction of the BMC is actually the reaction of cowardice?
Yeah, I will tell you, today also I filed 10 complaints in my ward of potholes. And the engineer replied me saying that let the dry patch come and we will repair all this. Till the time nothing can be done. Now here is a BMC commissioner telling that within 24 hours, within 48 hours we will repair your pothole, just complain to us. And here is an engineer, after giving 10 complaints, says, oh, what can we do if it is raining? I tell you, BMC has no method of repairing a pothole during monsoon. No method. Let any BMC engineer, even municipal commissioner came to my ward. He had pre-decidedly told F North Ward, I want to see how you repair a pothole. At 7 a.m. at Parsi Agyari, a pothole was selected and they waited for MC to come. And when MC came, he was shown a white line was drawn in front of the pothole, which is never done in any other case, and a proper marking was done and the material was removed and proper material was put and everything was done. And then MC asked the engineer, do you think this pothole now that you have filled will last? The engineer was in two minds. Either he says yes because he has done it in front of, but suppose tomorrow it rains and it opens up, then his job is at stake. So he safely said, sir, if it rains heavily, it will open up. So, sir, this is all an eyewash. Right. All the money, I tell you.
No, so my question is it was simply this. What sort of reaction do we get from the BMC when you call and file a complaint about a pothole? What sort of a reaction have you gotten? Nikhil,
first reaction was
have you, has any work done in reaction to the 10-20 complaints that you have filed this monsoon? Have you seen any reaction from the BMC?
Ma'am, they try to fill some of the potholes. Next day again it opens up. Again I file complaint. Again they fill one pothole near Don Bosco school. They have filled 6 times. Okay. During this last 10 days.
The work is either inefficient or of poor quality.
There is no method by which...
Okay, Manoj Shiji is on the phone line. Manoj Shiji Bhattacharya is on the phone line. He's a citizen. He wants to communicate with us. Go ahead. What's your question?
Hi, this is Manoj.
Yes.
Yeah. See, it's very, really a comedy to see the Congress blaming each other for, corruption. But nevertheless, my point is that, while we are talking about bullet trains, while you are talking about a lot of things, what has gone on the ground reality to actually reduce the traffic of the city? That's the first point. Secondly, how much of, taxpayers actually travel on the Western Express Highway in Mumbai? So if I look at a proportion of GDP which Mumbai contributes, how much of taxpayers actually travel the Western Express Highway every day? And how much of money has actually gone into the, the repairing of the roads or maintenance of the roads? We can keep debating ad nauseum on, what could have been done, what could have been done. The problem is here that hundreds of crores of money is involved over here. Whether it's BMC, Congress, or without naming any party, the crores of money involved. No matter you go say anything, you hold whole programs to launch the entire channel of corruption, this is going to go on. Because
all right. Girish is also on that's a fair point. We're going to take that up. Girish is also on the phone line. Girish, go ahead. What would you like to say to your government?
Hi, this is Girish. My basic question is, if you are commuting on the roads of Mumbai, I travel from Vileparle to Bhandup and return from there every day. I see different patches on the road. I see a lot of issues. These things are not fixed forever. There are lots of potholes, lots of patches which are fixed. Again, you get back to there, you see a patch marked. out there on JVLR. There are 4 lanes that are narrowed down to 3 lanes. There's traffic backed up for hours and hours. You have people complaining all over the place. Who is monitoring these tweets? Who is monitoring all these complaints coming in? The people are basically confused. Where should I basically put a single complaint? I just heard saying that there are different departments responsible for the Western Express. There are different people for different roads. Where is that one single interface where I can complain and get a status update? And obviously, I need to see results. I'm going through that road every day. I do not see these things being patched up. There are roads being caved in. There's water logging. There are cars getting damaged. There's sewage work going on in parallel. How are these sewage activities being approved during rains? Why is this activity not done well in time before the monsoons arrive? Why is this post-mortem activity done? And why?
Fair enough. That's a good question. How much money? Girish's question is very fair. The fact that we get, and Nikhil Desai also got that answer. We've got this answer several times over, that the BMC requires a dry patch of weather in order to do any work. My rebut to you is simply this, that 8 or 9 months, this city is dry. Why do we have to wait for the monsoon to get work done? YP Singh, my question to you is this. I am a customer of the BMC because I pay my taxes and I live in the city as a citizen. Is this criminal negligence? Can we file complaints against the BMC in this case for simply not doing its job?
Well, there are several legal remedies which can be invoked. First is Prevention of Corruption Act. If the money has been spent on the road and there has been a deficient deployment of the money, that means the gap must have filled up somebody's pockets. It's a criminal misconduct by a public servant. It's a cognizable and non-bailable offence. People can go to the Anti-Corruption Bureau, prevail upon them to do an inspection, number 1. Number 2, to get the requisite remedy, there is a provision under Section 133 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, which was reiterated by the Supreme Court in the case of Ratlam Municipal Corporation. It's become a landmark judgment where the citizens have a right to get the thing done, to get the basic civic amenities, and that is what is required. They can move the magistrate's court to give orders under 133 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. Unfortunately, none of us citizens ever have invoked this provision.
Sandip Deshpande, if there are these options available to you, why didn't you use those?
And
why did you resort to doing something criminal?
No, and there are further this thing. If somebody has suffered an injury because of a pothole, he can go to a criminal court and file an FIR. Like last time somebody died and there was a case of death by negligence 304A Indian Penal Code that was registered against the concerned BMC officer. And then there can be civil remedies. If somebody gets hurt because of that, he can always seek a civil compensation. What I want to say is that there are multitude of legal remedies which are available. Unfortunately, people here like Mr. Deshpande, to pursue his own political career, prefers to take law in his own hands so that he becomes a part of the problem and he enhances his political career.
Sandip Deshpande, several legal options available to you there, but you took the illegal option of sending a threat.
Now let me tell you one thing very clear.
No, he has done under legal advice. He has written only that much. This is a non-cognizable offence. There can be no FIR. Somebody has to file a case against the code. It is of 506 of the Indian Penal Code. Perhaps he has taken a legal advice and then written a letter. It's a tame act. He is not a bold person. He is not a brave person. He is a very, very weak person that he has written a letter where there can be no FIR.
All right, let's give...
It's a publicity stunt. Absolutely.
Have you finished?
Yes.
Thank you. Already some people have gone in the High Court. There is a PIL pending against BMC regarding the roads. BMC has filed an affidavit in the High Court that we are going to this. There was a big, huge plan about the roads. In 2013, the plan was submitted to the court.
Yes.
Nothing has happened. Number 1. Number 2, I don't know whether I have taken legal advice or what he thinks.
Apparently, you have. Why do you
have? I listen to you now.
Anyway,
see, I have.
You can go.
Yeah, please. Yes. Let me finish, then you can talk. Okay. There is no problem. I have written this letter out of emotion. There was no legal advice or something like that. And
so one more thing. A weak letter.
No, it's not a big letter.
It's a weak letter where there will be no FIR. There will be only publicity.
Do you think? Do you think I have to write a letter to get an FIR?
You have written a letter.
See, my point. I have to make it a point.
If you were serious, you would have actually kidnapped.
No, I'll
You are
tell you
only
one
doing
thing.
something which you have no capacity.
Singh,
Do you
Mr.
have?
Singh,
Do you have
Mr.
that
Singh, now listen to
capacity?
me.
Okay, tell me.
I'm listening to you. Now you have to
Mr.
listen to
Singh,
me.
Tell me.
Okay,
You
fine. I
cannot
want
just
to
raise
give.
your voice and tell
Okay.
everything.
I'm talking rational.
No, I'm also talking.
You are raising your voice.
See, I'll tell you one thing.
You are raising your
You come
voice.
to my seat, then you will understand. I'm sitting in my office for 8 hours. You just imagine what I'm telling you. 50, 60 people come with complaining about pothole. 50, 60 people come complaining about the stormwater drain. 50, 60 people come complaining about the tree cutting. 50, 60 people come that my debris and all this is spread out. Nobody is picking up. Do you think for each complaint I have to go to court? Is it a
So you're saying
practical
that-
possible
Achha,
solution? Now let me finish. Is it a practical solution?
Yes, you have
For an
logic.
advocate like
Logic.
this, who has
No,
not
it
nothing
is
to do,
your-
it is a very
It
practical
is your
solution.
own self-created logic. If everybody starts having this logic, the country will collapse. The rule of law will collapse.
Why it should collapse? If the
Avkash
officer
Jadhav.
work,
Everybody
it will
Avkash
collapse.
Jadhav.
Everybody.
If the officer work,
if the
if the
minister
officer
is
work-
earning money, if the minister
Okay.
is earning money, what will you do?
Okay.
See, if you
Mr.
shout at
YPC.
Deshpande,
Okay,
what
YPC,
sort of
YPC.
problem you are talking?
Okay, okay.
You need
Okay,
to
YPC.
kidnap the
Like,
municipal
person
commissioner
like
one day then.
This is an
Okay,
shouting
calm down,
because
calm
you
down.
are
I want to make my
exposed.
point.
Okay,
Because
calm
you are
down, calm down,
exposed.
calm down. YPC.
Why should I
Sandip,
be exposed?
Sandip.
You are.
There is
You
nothing
have
in
been
exposing
exposed.
it.
Sandip,
You have been. This is-
Sandip,
I have a question.
If you have guts,
Okay,
you listen to
okay.
me.
Sandip.
Now you listen to me.
So you're-
No, you will have to listen to me.
This is
2
another
years
threat.
back, 2 years back, there were 3 engineers. Same situation in Ireland. I have kept them in the lockup.
This is another publicity
Of their
stunt
own
which
office.
Mr. Deshpande is
Then the
doing.
work I have get
Okay,
done.
Sandip Deshpande, we heard your
No,
point.
I have to listen to
Okay,
the
no.
people
Will
like
you listen
Singh.
to me? Okay, listen to me.
People like Singh
Sandip
who do
Deshpande.
nothing.
Okay,
go
hang
to
on, hang on.
court,
Don't make this personal.
file PLA.
Don't make this personal.
Make
Don't
money
make
out
this
of it.
personal.
I don't
Sandip
have to
Deshpande.
get advances from you people
Okay.
like you.
Sandip Deshpande.
No, even last
No,
year.
no, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. We are not making this personal.
No,
I
he's
want-
making it personal.
Okay,
He
okay.
is making
We'll
it-
stop.
See,
We'll stop.
see,
Only for a personal gain.
You
The
come to
worst
my
part
office.
of this
Sandip
situation
Deshpande.
is that we are discussing only
Why
one
not answering you to
letter.
them?
We need to
Then-
discuss the
then what
entire
is
city
wrong?
over here on this
Okay,
channel.
hang on, hang on, hang on.
Are we discussing only one
Okay,
letter
hang
of
on.
Deshpande?
I have
Mr.
not
Singh.
taken it yet.
Mr.
But if
Singh.
the time comes, I will take it.
You
you
said
have
I have
taken-
already taken.
Okay,
You have locked
okay,
up
hang
the
on, hang on,
engineer.
hang on, hang on.
Last
Gentlemen,
year-
Just now you said.
Gentlemen,
Last year
Mr.
he
Singh.
slapped the contractors
One
on
second.
the bridge, the other bridge. If I'm not wrong, MNS.
hang on. I have a
I have
question.
done this.
Yeah, you
I
have
have
done.
done this.
Hang
I
on.
accept it.
I have a question for
I'm not
Avkash
denying
Jadhav.
it.
I have a question for Avkash Jadhav here. Avkash Jadhav, this
I
is my
present
question.
in the program or not?
Yes, I will come to you also, sir. I want to ask you simply
Because
this.
I thought that you
if,
must have forgotten me by now.
if our corporators feel that they have absolutely no power, then what is the point of this entire system? If we have here elected representatives who are up in arms against the officers who are doing the job, and this is my question also to Mr. Wagh, I'll come to you with the same question. The system is collapsing, where on one hand you have elected representatives who should be able to help their citizens, who are turning around and telling us that they're not able to do so. What is wrong within the BMC structure that we are not able to get any work done? Mr. Jadhav.
No, see, let me make it very clear once again. Sandip Deshpande possibly is a first-time elected corporator, and I guess BMC has not emerged in last 5 years. It has been running and functioning for more than 5 decades as such, efficiently, and we are governed by a 1888 Municipal Act.
100 years.
So it cannot be suddenly stated that the act has become weak or the administration has become more powerful over the corporators. I guess the way Sandip is possibly trying to make his point, somewhere he mentioned it very clearly that he became emotional when he wrote the letter. I do have my empathy for him for that of course it is many times very difficult to face the people when they come to you with their problems, their grievances, and you possibly time and again you try to remind the officer concerned and who does not act on it, then you come down to a situation where you try to break all the possible rules. But again, by breaking the rules, you are again setting a wrong precedent, because how many rules you are going to break? The rules are basically set up so that the entire city can be governed in an appropriate manner. There is a mechanism which is in place,
Let him finish.
which has been possibly running effectively for all these years.
From you.
Sandeep, let him finish.
let me finish.
No, this is not fair,
Coming
Sandeep.
back
Let
to
him finish.
coming back to your main core question,
Go ahead.
Sandeep, now coming back to your core question, I don't think so. The councillors have become weak here. I guess the Act empowers the councillor equally, and there are many forums which possibly give them enough of options where they can place their issues, they can place their problems. The way I mentioned, Sandip is himself part of standing committee. He has raised many pertinent questions in the last 4 years on the floor of the House. And I have always looked upon that he possibly has a different way of functioning. But again, I may disagree with him on this point, that this is not a way where you threaten executive or you threaten AMC and then you feel the entire administration is possibly following the towing the line. No, this is not the way.
Avadhut Wagh.
He must congratulate himself possibly for the time being that Ajay Mehta visited his ward. Let me finish the last line. He can always ask for a joint inspection, a joint meeting. The site can be always visited, and he has, I'm sure, done it in the past as well.
All right, Avadhut
So the
Wagh, my same
corporators and the
question to
councillors
you.
are not weak. The Act empowers them enough.
Avadhut
Avkash,
Wagh.
there is a saying in Hindi, लातों के बुत बातों से नहीं मानते.
Avadhut Wagh, respond to that. If we are looking at a system here where as citizens, and I'm approaching this entire panel as a citizen, where we vote for our representatives, whether it's the corporators in the BMC, whether it's the representatives in the state or the central government, we don't want to hear anybody turn around and say that they don't have the power. So tell us what's going on in the system. Tell us as a citizen, who do I go to? What do I believe at this point?
First of all, I am glad that Sandip said that he is not an amateur, he is an amateur kidnapper. But the act what he has done, soon he will become a professional kidnapper. Now, the problem is that the whatever facts he has written on the in the letter, barring the last 2 lines, everything is acceptable, everything is okay. It is a duty of the people's representative to bring it to the notice of the functionaries. But however, the medicine what he has used to cure the disease is more dangerous than the disease itself.
Yeah.
See, we as a people's representative or the people who are working in a politics are generally set our examples in front of others.
Yes.
And we are giving direction to the people. Now suppose for this, if somebody is inspiring out of it, and as Mr. Desai has rightly said, if a student starts kidnapping a teacher to get him passed, where we will go? The concept is, there are two, this is a system, there is a bureaucracy and people's representative. People's representatives are not 100% owners, or they are not the rulers. At the same time, the bureaucracy is also not 100% rulers or owners. Both the wheels will work on a system. The people's representative should have a control over bureaucracy. Just by a word, the bureaucracy should shake. But why such bureaucracy is not shaking? Because of, there was Shripad Amrut Dange, he was a sole representative of Communist Party of India, and he used to rule. And whenever he used to write a letter or whenever he used to say, people used to act. There are so many examples in Maharashtra, in Mumbai, where a single person used to rule over, and just by saying so. My question is whether the people's representative have started reducing their own personalities or own weightage because of their own act otherwise. As far as Sandip is concerned, this is not the first time which has done by his own party, because the basic concept of his party is khal and khatyak. So this is the only way they want to improve the Mumbai and Maharashtra. I agree with you. I agree with Sandip. लातों के भूत बातों से नहीं मानते, but it is not a physical lath. It is the act which is act as a law. It is the
Charan Singh, okay, I want to
They
bring
wanted North Indians to be out. Now they're saying nothing.
Sings up. Let us not bring. See, we are talking
let's
about
not, let's
development.
focus on the issue
so
here.
many things.
I want to bring in Charan Singh Sapra.
He should know. He should know his boss is one of the biggest builders of Mumbai.
No. Sings up. Let us not bring.
Are you so against your boss?
You are going out of debate.
He is doing a legal business.
He is doing a
Gentlemen,
what?
You are going
Gentlemen,
out of subject.
not
Just don't blame
all-
anybody.
not
Don't blame
all-
anybody. I will not listen to
You are
anybody.
going out of subject.
No,
you are going. No,
this is
Mr.
not a
Singh,
way
you
to
are
talk
going
to
out
you.
of subject.
I'm going to
This
take
is
a
a
break.
this is
You may
of the
file a
interest
case
of the
against Raj
people.
Thackrey.
Not
What
on
Sandip
my-
has done-
Why should you file a case against
No,
me?
because he's one of the
Hello.
biggest.
So-
There's so
We'll take a
many
quick
illegal
break. We'll
activities
come
as a
back.
builder.
So you file a case.
that is-
You file a case.
Mr.
We're gonna take a
Mr.
quick
Singh,
break.
Mr. Singh,
We'll
let
come
us
back.
not let us not go into these
Okay,
linguistic
hang on.
problems.
We're talking about the issue of roads in Mumbai, an issue that I know has been bothering most Mumbaikars over the last couple of weeks since it started raining. We've had traffic that's stretched for 2-3 hours. My heart goes out to those people driving from central Mumbai in Lower Parel, Worli or Baikala down to the Western Express Highway to Kandivali or Borivali. They've spent an average of 3 to 4 hours on the road every evening getting home. It is no kind of quality of life that we offer to our citizens here in the city who work so hard, who then have to struggle like this on a daily basis. Nikhil Desai is one such citizen. Nikhil, what's the word of advice that you would offer anybody at home right now who's also frustrated?
No, people should be after BMC. That goes without saying. Unless they complain, BMC is not going to act on their own. If we think we are in Ram Rajya something and the BMC engineer will visit all the roads and spot the pothole and repair it themselves, no, it is not going to happen. Unless people staying in particular lane goes and tells that there are 2 potholes in my road where I stay, get it repaired, then only they will move. That is number 1. Number 2 is there is no fine on any engineer if he doesn't repair the pothole. Now, if there is no threat on you, how, if there is no punishment,
Yes.
he will take it easy. क्या कर लेगा? ठीक है, complain करते रहो, मैं देखता हूँ बोलते रहेगा. So there should be some punishment, a sword hanging that unless once a complaint comes.
Nikhil Desai, I also have this, to offer our citizens. It's one thing that we complain and we get upset. But I think the other thing that we do not do as citizens is we do not acknowledge good work. I right now invite anybody at home right now who feels that your street, if you feel that work has happened, if you feel that things are being looked after, find out who your local corporator is. Find out who's in charge, which officer is in charge of your street, and tell us. Let's acknowledge the people who are doing good work. Let's encourage them that way to continue to do good work. Mr. Desai, don't you agree with me?
For that, they will have to do good work.
But it must be. I refuse to
this is
believe that
too
the
bad
entire
a set.
system is bad. I refuse to believe the entire system is bad.
No,
Charan Singh
how?
Sapra, I didn't bring you into the conversation earlier, but I honestly believe that there is good work happening in Mumbai, because if there wasn't, the city would have fallen apart a very, very long time ago. How important is it to also acknowledge good work at this point? Do you believe that it's all bad?
Is it to me?
Mr. Sapra, Charan Singh Sapra.
No, I agree that the good work should be appreciated. There are officers who are doing good work also. But if you see the Mumbai Municipal Corporation on the whole, whether that is the road or whether that is the solid waste management, we have been seeing the pathetic conditions of the dumping grounds. There has been no technology over here to, to make some energy out of the waste. The SWD department is gone pathetic. The healthcare facilities are haywire. The education facilities are haywire. Now the entire money, the 40,000 crore of budget of BMC, where is it going? It is going down the drain. It is a hard-earned money of the Mumbai taxpayers. We need to appreciate people who are doing good. But the kind of situation in which Mr. Deshpande has put himself, and the way he was deploring each and every section of BMC, and the way the people have been looking at BMC in each and every section, I feel today he has written a threatening letter to a small engineer. Tomorrow he'll have to kidnap the municipal commissioner himself. So we need to come out with a concrete solution. The state government has to draw a line somewhere. Both BJP and Shiv Sena, they have to draw a line. They have been ruling corporation, they have been ruling the state government, they have been ruling the center also.
Sapra Sahab,
Whom are they waiting
not
for?
Going down the
They are
drain.
having all the powers with
Sapra
them.
Sahab, money is not going down the drain.
Avkash Jadhav.
They are
Avkash
going
Jadhav.
in somebody's pocket, for God's sake.
Avkash Jadhav.
I would like to respond to him. Mr. Sapra,
now they
see, when
themselves
you
are alleging on
making
each
this kind
other.
of baseless allegations.
The BJP leaders
please
have
listen
been
to me.
pointing.
Please listen
Mr.
to me.
Sapra, Mr.
I
Sapra,
have
let's
heard
give
you
Mr. Jadhav an
quietly.
opportunity
Please
to
listen
answer.
to me. Have patience to listen. Have patience to listen. You're on a discussion panel. It is not a personal fight.
Go ahead,
You're on a
Mr.
discussion
Jadhav.
panel.
Go ahead, Mr. Jadhav.
Mr. Sapra, it is not a personal
The
fight.
people
Now, when
of
you are
Mumbai
talking
have
about
lost their patience, you have
solid
to
waste
understand.
management, Mr.
You have to
Sapra,
understand that the people of Mumbai have lost their patience now.
digit number in the upcoming
Jadhav,
municipal
people have
corporation.
shown
I do know
patience
that.
for 19
Please have
years.
patience to listen as well.
All right, Mr. Jadhav, go ahead.
Mr. Sapra, have patience when you ask questions. Do also wait for the answer.
Go
now,
ahead,
when you
Mr.
talk
Jadhav.
about solid waste management, let me tell you, Mumbai generates. Let me tell you, Mumbai generates every day 9,500 metric tons of garbage. You think it is a joke to actually process this kind of a garbage every day? Mumbai needs every day 4,200 mld of water. You think it is a joke to provide this kind of a potable water to the people of this kind of a density?
Okay, here's my response.
Now, I think people
Mr.
like you
Avkash
are becoming
Jadhav,
cynical
the BMC
because
has
you do not
36,000
see,
crore
do not
rupees,
see
What are you talking?
any kind of
36,000 crore rupees in budget, 50,000 crore rupees
which has been put by the
I think it's a joke that the money is not
by the
being used.
legislative body.
The BJP,
It is your job.
I
It is
think-
your job, as large as it may be.
We also need to understand
Avadhut Wagh.
there are issues which
I refuse to accept this as an excuse that there are too many people in the city of Mumbai, that the city is too big, that we generate too much garbage, that we need too much water, because all the people who live in this city pay their taxes somehow or the other. We deserve water, we deserve solid waste management, we deserve good roads. I will no longer accept this as an excuse that there are too many of us. There have been too many of us from the 1970s. If you are taking on the responsibility to run this city, take it on with its population, take it on with its slums, take it on with its garbage. These are the problems that Mumbai comes with. Do not complain to me. Mr. Wagh.
I think this particular problem is to be seen from 14 million
There is no,
Mumbaikars'
you are
point of
taking
view,
it on a
and
wrong
it
track
should
now.
not be
I am not
politicized.
complaining. I am trying to make the
let
point
them
very
talk, then only I will
clear
talk.
that these are the aspects also which the municipal body caters to every day.
Not very well, I'm sorry,
there
Mr.
are-
Jadhav. Not very
we
well.
need
Solid
some-
waste management, there was an
solution.
instruction from the
Definitely.
High Court to find a solution for the
listen,
garbage problem. The BMC has not found a solution for the garbage problem even today.
Can I?
People who live in Deonar are still suffering even today.
Can I?
Mr. Wagh, go ahead.
Can I
See,
finish?
Please, Mr. Akash,
Can
we
I
have
finish
heard
my
of
point?
you.
Can I
We have
finish my
heard of
point?
you.
Can I finish my point?
We have
Mr.
heard
Avkash
of
Jadhav, I want to hear Mr. Wagh's...
Can I finish my point? When
No,
you raise
we have
questions, I
heard
think
of
you should also
we have
allow
heard
to
of you.
answer.
We have heard of
When
you.
you raise questions, you should also allow to answer.
Yeah, we have heard of you.
No, you have not heard of me.
You have ruled
I
for
been
20
hearing
years, you
all
have to be
since
tolerant
long.
now.
You need to hear.
Okay.
There are issues
Okay,
which need
Avkash Jadhav,
May I
I give you a minute to a
and there is
response.
a way,
1
there is a
minute and then I'm
mechanism.
going to Mr. Wagh.
And
Go
I
ahead.
think it will definitely take its own course to handle this kind of traffic congestion in the city. And it cannot be done in an isolated manner. It cannot be done in this kind of a cynical manner. Of course, things are going to get into place and it will go in a very steady manner.
You could
it cannot
not
be
do
a quick
anything
kind of a
since
quick fix
20
kind of a thing
years.
for that matter.
19
Look at the traffic
years
for that
the
matter. Look at
Shiv
the
Sena
number
and
of
the BJP
vehicles
has
flying on the
failed.
road.
You can't
Look at
do
the number of
anything
vehicles
now.
flying on the road.
As a political
Look at the number of
party,
vehicles flying on the road. What are you
Akash,
talking about?
we have heard of you. You are very excited.
You have no planning.
You are very excited.
You should have a
Okay,
vision
Avkash,
20 years ahead.
Avkash, I've given you the minute to respond. I've given you a minute to respond. I now want Mr. Wagh to tell us, Mr. Wagh, same problem.
as
You have a number of vehicles
a
on the road.
political party and also part of the ruling political party in Mumbai Mahanagarpalika, we should be able to take credit of the good things. At the same time, we should also ready to accept the accusation of the people for the failures of BMC, Bombay Municipal Corporation.
Big failure.
Yeah, maybe. World Health Organization approved and
I made it
ISO
very clear.
standard
It is
water
a
being
balancing act.
supplied
Of course,
to.
we will definitely,
Jadhav,
we are
Mr.
working
Jadhav,
on it.
Will you
We've heard you
please?
out.
Will
We've
you
heard you
please?
out.
It is not that
Otherwise,
something which you're
what is
not
this going
taking
on?
account of.
What is going
We are
on?
working
Mr.
on it.
Jadhav, we've heard you
We are
out.
working
We've
on
heard
it.
you out. I want to give other people the opportunity to speak. Mr. Wagh, go ahead.
Mr. Jadhav, don't fight with BJP. They are your partners, Mr. Jadhav. Yeah, you go ahead.
Go ahead, Mr. Wagh.
We
go
are
ahead.
not fighting with them. No, we are not fighting with them. I'm
Mr.
just
Yadav,
trying
you
to
are very
emphasize the
young.
point.
Try to
For the
listen to
question.
others also. Try to listen to others also.
Okay, in all of
At least
this-
learn
in all of
these
this-
things from your superiors.
You're young or old.
Okay, in all of this, I'm not getting the solutions that I want.
Now,
Nikhil
what I'm
Desai.
saying, there are good water supply by the same municipal corporation to these 14 million people.
Right.
One of the best firefighting systems, the fire brigade available in Mumbai. One India's best transport system of BST is there. But with such things also, the solid waste management is very bad. The construction of road department is very bad. And who is responsible for that?
Okay.
I agree to Sandip and to the extent,
All right, I've just been
to the
told,
same
Mr. Wagh,
extent,
Mr. Wagh.
the engineers in the road department are the worst. They are not worth working over there.
Okay.
They
All
are
right.
not trained properly. They have got a vested interest. And according to me, a good standard practices of
Okay, Mr.
road
Wagh,
building
why
is to
you
be
have
done,
interrupted
and
for
the
1
contract
second.
is to be
I
given
have-
to the
I have a few
corporate
minutes
company
left. I have a
and
few
not
minutes left.
any
Mr. Wagh,
Tom, Dick
Mr.
and
Wagh.
Harry.
I want productive solutions from the people on this panel. Okay, let's not blame each other anymore. Let's actually give a suggestion right now. And I want a suggestion from Sandip Deshpande. If we are to fix the problem of the roads, what would you have done if you could fix it? What is the suggestion that we can force the government to take and fix the problem? I want to fix the problem.
I'm very clear and I'm working it for last 4 years. I want all corporate companies like L&T or something like that to come in roads.
Good idea.
Because the contractors
Okay.
who are making the roads in such a bad ways that people are not able to sustain with it. I want some good corporate companies
Fair enough.
who can get involved in BMC process and give a quality work to the people.
Large
and
private
just one
contractors,
point I want
yes.
to make very clear, because you are all blaming me, I don't mind that, but I just want to tell because all the IS officers and officers, now Avkash told me that you are in standing committee, you should have raised this point. It's all blah blah blah, it's all okay, but these officers have lost sensitivity towards the corporator or towards the people. That is the problem.
Okay.
If I make a point of order, he don't feel ashamed at all. That is the problem. If he would have felt ashamed about himself, then he would have worked. But there is no sensitivity.
There's no sensitivity. There has to be a resensitization of the officers towards the corporators, and a great suggestion of more large private companies who are being contracted by the national government and the state government should also be used to, to build our cities' roads. Nikhil Desai, very quickly, what's your suggestion?
I will tell you, when the road is being built, at that point of time, 3 things needs to be monitored. One is material, other is the process, and third is the final road when it is made, whether the slopes are given properly.
Right.
If water logging takes place on any asphalt road, the road is going
We
to
have to
crack.
keep an eye on the quality.
So that is, quality is a must. And
All right.
second is...
Point taken. Point taken. I'm running out of time. YPC.
I think there's an integrated problem because there's a corruption in the traffic police. We have heavy trucks coming in. Maximum permissible load is 10 tons per axle. It goes up to 15-20 tons per axle.
Okay.
And this, when it goes on a vulnerable bitumen road, which 100-inch rainfall in Mumbai has to bear, I think the problem is much larger. And that is how the solution has to be in an integrated manner.
Fair enough. Charan Singh Sapra.
Yeah, what Mr. Deshpande said, bringing in the corporate companies, this attempt was made, if he remembers, when Mr. Kunte was the municipal commissioner. The Shaparji, Palanji, L&T, everybody was approached, but nobody came because your system is vicious. The system has to be improved. The vicious system, if it is improved, then only these corporate companies will come and Mumbai will see better roads.
All right. Mr. Jadhav, these are great suggestions. Are these suggestions that you can take and implement? Do you have a suggestion of your own to make?
Yeah, I think some of them are really some of them are really viable, and I guess they should be taken up. Apart from that, there should be also social audit to be done of all these roads. That's one part. And second, I think there should be a kind of a coordinate effort. Like, we should not discriminate. When you talk about Mumbai, there shouldn't be no discrimination on the basis of roads. If it comes under MSRDC or if it is PWD or BMC, I guess there should be a core coordination committee which possibly should look up to the city's roads, which can be done in a manner which does not really raise to this kind of issues and complaints from the citizens.
All right, I take that.
Of
Avadhut
course,
Wagh,
redressal
will you
mechanism
take
is in
these
place right
suggestions
now.
on our behalf
So
to
you
the Chief
propose your
Minister?
government, you are the ruling party.
So one
in the
second,
state
Charan Singh
also.
Sapra,
Please,
I haven't
Mr.
heard from
Jadhav,
Mr.
you propose
Avadhut
to
Wagh.
the
I want to
state
hear
government
his
and your
suggestions, and I
leaders.
want to know if he'll take these suggestions to the Chief Minister.
While endorsing the suggestions given by Sandip and other panelists, I really appreciate if instead of going for a piecemeal road development, if the entire building of road in Mumbai is given to one particular company and responsibility with 15 years of operation and maintenance, the problem will be solved to some extent. Another thing is that in Mumbai Municipal Corporation, the users department, the construction department and audit department and account department all in under one. So जो काम करेगा उसका inspection भी वही आदमी के under है. This should not be happen. The audit, like chief controller of audit is something different. External agency. External agency is to be appointed to audit the work done by municipal corporation, and if that is so, then only the municipal officers will be threatened and they will do the good work.
Fair enough. I've run out of time, but these are the suggestions. Bring in private contractors, actually a single company that looks after the roads of the entire city, a single committee that looks after the various arms that work on the city and its roads, and of course, check quality and clean up the tendering system. This is what we need to do to improve our roads. We're going to keep a close eye on this within the state government and, of course, the BMC. It's a wrap here on the Urban Debate. Thank you so much for watching. I thank our panelists for joining us. The conversation continues. If you're on the road and you're facing a problem, get in touch with us with photographs, with videos. You can upload it on my Twitter page that's on your screen right now, or you can reach us on our website, mbnow.in. Thank you for watching.
You can watch live TV on our website mbnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Magicbricks Now. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at Magicbricks Now. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/Magicbricks Now.